I won the biggest lottery prize in my state's history, $384 million, but I decided not to tell anyone. I wanted to test my family, so I called them pretending to be broke and desperate for help. My mom hung up without a second thought. My brother called me a failure. But my little sister got in her car and drove almost 200 miles, using the last $500 she had. What I did after that changed everything. When I saw the winning numbers on the screen, I didn't scream or jump. I just sat there, staring at them, while my hands started shaking so hard I dropped the remote. $384 million, the biggest jackpot in our state's history. My name on that ticket. For about 2 hours, I didn't move. I kept checking the numbers, refreshing the page, whispering the sequence like it was some kind of code that might vanish if I said it too loud. When it finally sank in, I didn't feel joy. I felt fear. The kind that crawls under your skin and makes you question everything you thought you knew about people. Because I knew my family, and I knew what money did to them. Growing up, money was always the thing that decided whether we were fighting or pretending to love each other. My mom used to say she'd rather die than be poor again, but she never cared who she stepped on to make that happen. My brother, Mark, followed her example, always chasing something, always angry when someone else had more. And then there was Lily, my little sister, 7 years younger than me. She used to sneak into my room at night when our parents fought and whisper that one day we'd both leave and never come back. She was the only person I ever really trusted, so when I realized I was now richer than everyone I'd ever met combined, I didn't feel like celebrating. I felt like testing something I'd never been able to test before. Who actually loved me when I had nothing to offer. That's how the idea started. The next morning, I put the ticket in a small fireproof box and locked it inside a storage unit under a fake name. Then I called my mom. I told her my business had collapsed, that I was behind on rent, and that I didn't even have money for food. She didn't even hesitate. She said she couldn't help and hung up before I could finish the sentence. Mark was next. I told him I'd been evicted, that I needed a place to crash for a few nights. He laughed and said, "Maybe now you'll learn to stop pretending you're better than everyone." Then he blocked me. When I called Lily, she didn't say anything at first. Just silence and then, "Where are you?" I told her I was in a motel near Springfield, that I didn't know what to do. She said she'd be there soon. It was a lie, of course. I was at home, sitting on my couch, phone in hand, waiting to see what she'd actually do. 4 hours later, she texted, "I'm halfway there. Please don't go anywhere." I froze. I asked her how she was coming. She said she was driving. I knew she didn't have much money left. She'd just quit her job a week ago to start nursing school. I asked her if she could afford the trip. She said she'd use what she had left. 200 miles, $500, just to check if her brother was okay. I sat there staring at my phone, feeling this mix of guilt and awe. She was the only one who didn't ask for proof, didn't hesitate, didn't make it about herself. When she finally showed up at the motel, the one I told her I was staying in, I wasn't there.